Well, hey guys, my name is Scott with Excavation Marketing Pros, and I'm going to be covering our client success journey roadmap for excavation and septic contractors looking to grow their revenues by a minimum $500,000 to $1 million plus over the next 12 months. In case you're new to the channel, Excavation Marketing Pros is dedicated to the success of excavation and septic contractor businesses. And below this video, you will see access to what's called our quick links. These are helpful resources that we share with you at no cost. It includes a free mastermind group where you can join other successful excavation and septic business owners. We give away a ton of free value in that group, expert interviews. You'll also notice on the quick links resources tab that there are free tools, docs, a book, other marketing resources at no cost. So go ahead and be sure to click that link and get your free resources. So let's go ahead and talk about our 12-month accelerator program for excavation and septic contractors who are looking to scale their businesses and grow by an additional $500,000 to $1 million or more over the next 12 months. So I'm going to share the entire plan with you. Let me go ahead and pull up my slides. And this is the plan that we use for our clients over the next 12 months. We map out the entire roadmap in advance. And a lot of agencies do not do this. They kind of do a month-to-month thing where you may not even know what they're doing from one month to the next. We have mapped this out with a game plan that's proven. This is the blueprint to follow to increase your likelihood of success from your marketing efforts to achieve a goal of a $500,000 to $1 million over the next 12 months. So month one looks like this. You have an onboarding call with us, and we discuss how you can get immediate support, VIP support, because really communication is a key factor in the success of your excavation or septic business on this type of a program. So it starts off with a kickoff call where we make sure the goal is in alignment. Okay, so in an initial call, we have a one-on-one call where we go over, make sure that it's going to be a right fit. We discuss your goals. Then we have our onboarding call shortly after, usually the next week. And that is where we make sure the goals are still in alignment. Hey, this is what was said. Is this still accurate? Okay. And from there, we create a baseline report of how are your leads currently doing before Excavation Marketing Pros enters the picture. What were your leads like? What was the tracking like? What was your search engine optimization like? Your reviews for the business. What were those like on Google? What were they like on Facebook? Any other measurable results, those become our benchmark moving forward. And so we make that report, and then we talk about, this is actually one of the most important parts, your USPs. Now, these are unique selling propositions for your business, and they would include offers and guarantees that sell. So what we have found is reputation alone is great if you have that, but it, in many cases, is not enough to close more sales. That if you have offers that sell, offers that are unique compared to your competitors, that's like adding fuel to the fire. So we have some proven offers and guarantees that work to sell more of your excavating and septic services. We go over those with you. We make sure that those are going to fit with your business, your vision. And this way, moving forward, your website, your paid ads, everything is in alignment, that we have these tools in our arsenal to use to make your marketing that much better to get people to raise their hand. Okay? On this call, month one, we get access to your ad accounts. A lot of clients come to us, they don't have all the ad account assets in place. If that's the case, we create accounts. And this is done over the next couple months because that can be quite a task to set all that up. But this whole approach is part of a comprehensive system. That's what gets the result. There's not one shiny magic bullet. So we create those. We recommend an ad spend of $1,000 per platform. And this is required. Sometimes, clients come into this and they're not knowing what to expect as far as ads. And we tell them, to be really competitive and increase your odds of a return on investment. You need to be factoring in a paid ad budget on top of your investment in our management fees, because the ads are actually a proactive way of getting clients, whereas your website, your search engine optimization rankings are not proactive. That's a long-term play where you have to wait to see results. You have to work the Google algorithm, which changes periodically. And so if you're putting all of your eggs in the search engine optimization basket, you're guaranteed to fail. You need a comprehensive approach that's going to rely upon not only your website and SEO, but paid ads, but your online reputation, your branding, which we're going to cover here more thoroughly. On this initial call, we get access to your customer list. And so what we'll do is meet with you. A lot of our clients will have this on QuickBooks. We will get a downloaded export of that. And then we already have campaigns ready to go to get feedback from your clients and turn them into 5-star reviews. And later on, we can even turn those into referral customers for more work. So that's already in place. We just need access to your customer list. So we launch a 5-star review campaign to build up your Google Business Profile reviews and authority. They've done studies on these reviews that 90% of people read these reviews and 70% make their buying decision based on the reviews of a company. That's how important these reviews are. So we put a proactive system in place by text, by email, by QR code, so you can capture the reviews on each and every job. And using your customer list, we're able to quickly increase that review count of 5-star reviews. Now, we also have an app that we use called the Lead Connector that ties in all of your lead tracking, your follow-up campaigns. As leads come in, we follow up with all the campaigns using what's called a lead nurture sequence, because some of the leads that come in month one, of course, are not going to close, but there's good viable prospects in there. So we want to continue to follow up with them 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the road, nonstop until they subscribe or until they unsubscribe. This way you have the compounding effect of your marketing, that as they go through their own buying journey, you're staying in front of them in their email inbox. They're getting occasional text messages from you. And also we use remarketing to stay in front of your potential customers until they're ready to pull the trigger. The last thing you want to do is collect that lead, and then 2 months down the road, they're ready to make a decision. But what do? They haven't been hearing from you. They don't even remember filling out a form, but now they're ready to pull the trigger. So they go do a Google search and they find your competitor and they go with them because now they're ready to take action. But if you had just stayed in front of them through remarketing, email lead nurture, sending the occasional text message, it would have been much more convenient for them to just go with you. We also do Yext listings. So this is an expansive business listing optimization to make sure your name, your address, your phone number, your website, your social profiles are all in alignment on all the major website and third-party directories across the web. This would include Yelp. This would include Bing Local. It would include Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant. And there's like 300 different directories and third-party sites we get you on. This also increases credibility in the eyes of Google for an enhanced search engine optimization to help boost your SEO. And so by the end of month one, we have your call tracking in place for your paid ads versus your organic leads. So you can kiss those days goodbye of, where are my leads coming from? What's working? What's not? By this time, at the end of month one, you should have all systems in place to know where your leads are coming from, your cost per lead, as well as your cost to acquire a customer. You're going to have all that clearly marked, trackable in a dashboard that you or your office assistant does not need to ask, hey, how'd you find us? Because that's prone to human error, okay? So this system takes care of that. So that's month one. That's everything that we do for you in month one. Let's move on to month two. By month two, we will have built out a website for you. So month one is prep. By month two, we're going to have a website built for you with strong SEO optimization on all the pages. We're going to target your local areas and get all that going. And some people say, well, what if I like my website? Well, the same thing I ask them is, so what has it done for you? What measurable results can you attribute to your website? How many leads has the website brought you? How many clients has it brought you? And 9 times out of 10, they can't answer those questions. They don't know what it's doing for them other than just sitting out in cyberspace collecting dust. So we build websites to convert. They are set up with the 4 ways that people look for excavation and septic contractors, which would be people want to call. Some people want to call, so it's mobile optimized with a click to call button. It has AI web chat. And so many excavation and septic contractors are busy out in the field and they don't have time to answer web chats. And so the AI does a really good job with that. It's trained in on your business. It's very human-like to the point where people can't tell they're talking with an AI bot. And your leads will go on there. They will ask questions about your business, ask what services you provide. They'll ask, what areas do you serve? All kinds of stuff. And the AI will talk back and forth with these people in real time, collect their information, their name, their phone number, and even email. This way you can follow up with them later. Some people like to text message in. That's another way we help convert leads is by text. And some people are busy and rather fill out a form. So when they fill out a form, we have pre-qualifiers that weed out tire kickers that are going to ask specifics about the type of project that they have in mind, make sure that they're their sole decision maker, make sure that they're willing to invest in the project, ask them how soon they're looking to start, ask them if the proposal makes good business sense, what are you going to do next? So we aim to get commitments from them up front before you have to drive out there. You will know all this in advance. We also make sure that the project is located in your service area. So we ask them all these questions. That becomes your lead. Now with phone calls, of course, we can't do that because we're not the ones answering your phone. However, you can use these same pre-qualifiers yourself or hand them off to your office admin and say, hey, make sure you ask these pre-qualifiers before you send me out there. So the website gets launched. We have our first initial review call. And on this review call, we're going to go over the website. We're going to go over things that we've set up for your business. And you should have some leads by now because we will have set up your paid ad campaigns. Those are likely going to have produced some leads. And so things start moving fairly quickly. However, there's a lot of work to do. This is a 12-month program that I'm talking about here. And so it's for successful-minded excavation and septic contractors that have the ability to think long-term based on their goals. They're not focused on short-term wins in the first couple months. That's not what this is. So I got a long way to go on this video, so I'm saying this up front because I don't want to bore you for the next 45 minutes. That's how this works. All right, so by this point, some action has happened. You're seeing some results, but we have a lot more work to do. And so we are going to optimize your Google business profile and your Facebook business page as well. There's lots of optimizations within both of those. And 90% of the time, our clients are really missing a lot of opportunities based on how those are set up. The categories are wrong. The locations are wrong. Things are not fully filled out the way they should be. And so we need to go through, double check that, and set you up for success because we're going to start using those assets to promote your business even further. We also begin collecting information from you about projects that you're working on. And so an example of this is a monthly highlight blog of a project that you're working on. We showcase those projects. We get images from you of the projects. We write it all up. And these become really nice case studies moving forward that you can use to sell your next jobs. So we have a review call, and we get your feedback and go back and forth on things by the start of month 2. As we move into month 3, we begin your brand content and really start focusing on your SEO foundation, your search engine optimization. So for this, we're going to send out a videographer, professional videographer, for branding on your site, for use in your social and paid ads. So this is a major step that most of our contractors have never done before, but this is really what separates you from all your competition. And so it's that important. While all your competitors are using stock photos or maybe, some smartphone photos, if you have that brand set up of that caliber with professional video footage of professional photos, those subtle nuances, which really aren't so subtle in my opinion, are the game changers, the difference makers of getting those real high-end clients. Because the real high-end clients see that value of, wow, look how much attention to detail they put into their marketing. They're going to put that same attention to detail into my project. That's what they're thinking. Okay? So what we do then is we begin editing that footage. It's a lot of footage. It's hours of footage. And so it's not just given to us and then we get it up on your site. That takes time. So we're only on month 3. We got to go 12 months. So stick around. This is a real plan. And so it's going to require time investment, right? So we begin editing the raw video footage and the pictures to start preparing those for your website, to rebrand the website. We do get an initial website up. It looks good. It's got photos. A lot of our clients don't have all the photos in place. So we do have stock photos, or we can use what's on your Facebook. But eventually we need to move into this professionally branded content. Okay? So we get all this in place. We've got the video. We've got the pics. We're going to start getting those onto the site over the next month. We're doing monthly blog posts based on your project. We start doing monthly blogs based on the services you offer to capture more traffic from SEO. we're continuing to optimize your paid ads. And so there's several paid ad platforms that work extremely well for getting excavation and septic leads. We use all three of them for our clients. We use Facebook, we use Google PPC, we use Google LSA. They all work differently. They all have a different cost per lead. And clients will come to us amazed at how we're able to capture high quality leads on these platforms when they've tried for years getting nothing but junk or no leads at all. So there's a lot to these platforms. They're very advanced. And I'm not going to go into all the intricacies. I've got other tutorials and videos on that you can watch. But that's all part of it, is we cannot get all these ad accounts set up for you day one. This is a process that's going to be done over this journey. So we will probably by month 3 start working in another ad account and continuing to optimize the initial one. The initial one might be producing quite well by month 3, that you might be happy with the amount of work coming in and you don't need ad account number 2 or ad account number 3. But we set them up anyway. Why? Because life gets in the way. It can throw a doozy at you, and we need to be able to quickly pivot to continue to maintain results. Business is constantly changing. Platforms are constantly changing. Algorithms are constantly changing. So that's why we need to stay ahead of the curve and have these things ready to go, not scrambling to try and find you a result if this ad account fails or if SEO fails. So we need to be prepared up front. And so you can see the level of communication needs to be there to make this work. That it's a commitment on both ends, not, okay, I'm paying the Excavation Marketing Pro some money, they're going to handle it all. You're still going to have to interact with us. You're going to need to get us the information we need quickly to get these things set up to serve you best. So then we do another review call. Every month a review call. You have a dedicated account manager every step of the way. This quarterly review call is going to be, are we on track with reaching that big goal, that big revenue goal? Were deliverables met? Was there a consistent communication throughout? Was there full implementation on the client's end? So if we're doing the deliverables, right, we're delivering as promised, but there's no implementation on the client's end, then what? Is the client answering the phone? Are they following up quickly when form fill leads come in? So to give you an example, like we've had clients, of course, miss calls. They look at calls as pennies. Calls are not pennies. Calls are $100 bills. That's the mindset that you need to have. Calls are $100 bills. That's your money. And you're paying for that. Month 4, expansion and ad platform number 2. So by month 4, more than likely, we will have set up 2 ad platforms. We might only be using one still, but we at least want another one set up that we can pivot to if we need to. By month 4, your brand assets will go live on your website, social, and into your paid ads. So the professional videos will be edited for you to put on your site. Professional photos are going to go on your site, into your social profiles, into your paid ads. And so now we really have an image by month 4 that sets you apart from all the competition. We're going to launch the second ad platform if needed. That another ad platform, keep in mind, there's additional ad spend that's going to go with that. So the required minimum that we recommend to see a return on investment is $1,000 per month to see a return. You can't look at ad spend as a line item expense. You have to look at it as an investment in the growth of your business. That's the mindset. So we can launch a second ad platform. A second ad platform would be an additional $1,000 per month for that ad platform. Not $1,000. We'll put 500 here, 500 there. It's too little, not enough. Okay. We're going to review your website indexing and SEO continuously to improve the search engine optimization rankings, because those leads are great when they come in. They're free of people finding your web pages on Google and Yahoo and Bing. We're going to optimize your Google business profile and your Facebook business page and other social accounts with your brand assets. This way you can start getting that added benefit of free leads coming in from social. And we're going to have, of course, our review call again to make sure we're on track. We refine and adjust everything throughout this process. By months 5 and 6, we have our optimization flywheel. And for this, we're doing monthly blogs. We're doing Google business profile posts with those blogs. We're also getting those on Facebook, Instagram. We can get them on LinkedIn, TikTok. And so we are, by months 5 and 6, creating this huge web pointing to your business from all these different social sites, getting traffic. And one of the leading indicators, if you research any of the top SEOs in the game, Neil Patel, he's arguably the top SEO in the United States. You can see that Google's looking for a large digital footprint for a local business. They're looking at the business listings. They're looking at the social accounts. They're looking, is that business active on the social accounts? Not just did they make one, but are they posting on these social accounts? If so, you're getting extra credit and it's helping to rank your business better overall. We are doing tweaks to your paid ads and we're getting your feedback every step of the way. How's the leads? How's the quality of leads? What's working? What's not working? What you need to understand is this is a relationship business. It's not a set it and forget it type of a thing. The growth of your business over a year is not going to be like that, right? Let me do that again. The growth of your business over the next year is not going to be like that. It's going to be like this. And hopefully up, right? It should go up as long as we're communicating, we're providing the deliverables, we're working the system, you're implementing the things, you're using the USPs, you're using the offers that we give you. That should be getting you results. However, there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be bad months. There's going to be setbacks. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. A good way to put it is marketing is not going to fix all your problems in business. Guaranteed. Marketing is not going to fix all your problems in business. What it will do, it's guaranteed to find problems in your business. Marketing is guaranteed to find problems in your business. Let that sink in for a moment. Because you might have great marketing, but it's not converting because your leads suck or you have no leads. You might have marketing bringing in leads, but no one is following up with those leads or they're following up too late. And so it's dead on arrival. They've already gone somewhere else. You might have great marketing bringing in leads. You're going on site visits or your estimator's going on site visits, but they can't close. You could be sent 100 leads, 200 leads, 300 leads, but the closing is just not there. It's here's a price, take it or leave it. Okay? So we help you with all this throughout the duration. Offers that sell, how to close. All this stuff is included. It's not just let's make them an ad and see what happens. This is a growth program for excavation and septic contractors. We're at months 5 and 6. We have 12 months. We're only halfway there. We're only halfway there. So add tweaks. We're doing perhaps a second round of reviews to get more 5-star reviews. We're reaching out to those previous clients, asking if they know of anyone who would need help with some site prep, right? So by the third quarter, months 7 through 9, we're really focusing on building your authority. All systems are in place for your search engine optimization and paid ads by this point. Your lead flow should be stabilized due to multiple channels in place. We can start launching client testimonial ads. Part of the video branding campaign that I mentioned is that we recommend that our clients get one of their best clients, happiest customers, to be there on the site. So we can interview them of what is the experience like working with your business. It's huge. It's a game changer. It's much more powerful than a 5-star review on Google because it is in the flesh. And we have a series of questions that we give to the videographer to ask your client to show you in the best way. A long list of questions. So this is all part of it. And as you hear me go through this 12-month growth program for excavation and septic contractors who want to increase their revenues by $500,000 to $1 million, now this should be starting to take hold, that you're seeing a lot goes into reaching that goal. But you need it all. You need the online reputation. You need the website. You need the SEO. You need the paid ads. You need the tracking in place to make sure the system's working, because you're investing a lot of money into this growth program for your business. You need to be able to track results. You need to know your cost per lead, your cost to acquire a customer. All right, let's continue. We launched the branding ads, the client testimonial ads. We start adding in frequently asked question pages for your core services. This is great for search engine optimization. And we have all the questions. We've done all the research. We don't need to ask you what types of questions would people be asking an excavation or septic contractor. We don't need any hand holding. We know your business. We know it. We know it. We're the experts. That's why you hire us, is we don't need you to train us. So there's an awesome book by a guy named Marcus Sheraton, who you may have heard of. They Ask, You Answer. And we base our content strategy around this philosophy. So we take care of all that for you. We're continuing to refine your paid ads all along the way to lower your cost per lead. How do we do that? How do we refine your paid ads? How do we get you more leads or a cheaper cost per lead? Over the past 6 months now, right? Because now we're months 7 to 9. Over the past 6 months, we've compiled so much data on your local area, on the ads that are winning, bringing you in leads, and the ads that are losing. We kill the ads that are losing. We just keep the winners and continue to test more and more. And through this process of natural selection, of only the best survive and the losers die, we can build you out the ultimate paid ad campaign of only the best leads with the lowest cost per lead. You see how that works? So your marketing always has a compounding effect, that now you're making decisions based on data of these leads brought me in the most leads, the lowest cost per lead. I know these are winners. And so your marketing continues to get better the more it's out there. We continue content writing for you for your blogs and monthly project highlights. So each month, you're going to be getting an email saying, tell us about your project, your recent project. And some contractors will say to us, some clients, they'll be like, well, I don't got anything that exciting going on. Don't worry about exciting. Don't worry about, oh, I don't think this project is good enough. People want to see consistency. Okay? Not every project needs to be a home run, grand slam, mega project, but they want to see consistency. So each month, we have our clients fill out an intake form for a project highlight that we can get on the website, that we can promote in social media, so people always see, gosh, they're busy. Gosh, they're doing another project. You might be saying to yourself, well, things are slow. I don't got anything going on right now, Scott. You got other projects you've done, right? You're in business. Get us some of those. We can use the backlog of other project highlights moving forward and use those as our example. And as new clients come in and you do those projects, we can work those in. So there's always a project that you can highlight to push on your website to create this portfolio of success for your business. We can start working in optional YouTube ads as well. This is really an untapped resource for excavation and septic contractors. It's like a blue ocean, basically. No one's doing it. And so already Google PPC and Google local service ads are proven for excavation and septic contractors. With the video content in place, we can get you on YouTube as well. Is there additional ad spend? Yes, of course. But as long as you're putting $1 in the machine and you're getting back 2 or 3, you're getting a bargain by anyone's standard. So that's kind of how you need to look at this. Is we find platform A to run ads, it works, fantastic. We're going to take that to the max. It'll start to fatigue, right? It's only going to reach so many people in your counties, but we want to grow further. You want to make more money. So we're going to get you into ad platform number 2. Yes, there's an additional ad expense for that. We're going to continue ad platform 1 because that's getting you results. Ad platform 2, we're going to get that going and start to get you results. That could max out. So that's why we need to keep compounding. And some platforms will work great for a while and then they will fatigue. It's the common law of business. It's Murphy's Law. So that's why we always need to be pivoting and testing new things. And that's what we do. You are a busy business owner, contractor out in the field. You're running your crews. This is our job. This is what we handle for you so you don't have to do it. Again, by this point, we're doing a quarterly review call because the goal was set up front. Remember at the beginning of this video, we talked about the revenue goal of $500,000 to $1 million or more. That's what we're working towards from month 1 all the way through over the next 12 months. And so when people hop on a call with me, they expect me to talk about marketing with their business. That's not how this goes. We talk about goals, your goals with the business. That's how the calls go. So, are we on track with reaching your goals? Were deliverables met? Was there a consistent communication throughout? Was there full implementation on the client's end? Were they following up with the leads? Were they using the unique selling propositions? Were they offering all the tools we give them? We can recommend things in certain areas based on your location of what works. We can recommend perhaps they need to be using financing because we know financing sells more deals in this area because it's a low to medium income area. Whereas if it's a more affluent area, they're probably not going to need financing. Okay, so we recommend tools. Is the client using the tools? So by quarter four, we have months 10 to 12. By this point, you are really seeing a difference. You have reliable lead flow coming from multiple channels. You have a reliable client acquisition system in place. So the time investment, the financial investment, it's all starting to pay off. You're really seeing the result. The big picture is forming that this is working. We have a year-end review call. Did we reach the goal? Did we come close if we didn't reach the goal? Based on this data, over the course of a year, there's a lot of data because now we have tracked everything from your leads to calls to reviews to SEO to revenue. It's all now being tracked. So based on this data, how do we grow further? Does the business owner want to grow further, or do they just want to maintain? We have clients that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and one of our oldest clients was in his 80s. And so we understand that everyone's got different phases of growth. And, the 30s, 40s, 50s crowd might want to grow a lot more than the ones in their 60s and 70s. But this is how we need to communicate. And if you do want to grow, well, what's the bottleneck? What needs to happen to grow further? What's the fear? Where's the stress? And how can we help support you with that? Maybe you need to hire an estimator. Maybe you need an additional office admin to grow further. Maybe you need to hire more team members, project manager, operator, laborer. Maybe you need to buy more equipment. Well, guess what? Now that you have a new system in place to get leads and clients on demand, and you know where the money's coming from because you're tracking your cost per lead and your cost to acquire a customer, you can make much smarter decisions with your business than you could before. And that fuels growth. And if the goal is not met, then why? Because we've been in constant communication. Were the deliverables met on our end? Were there external factors outside of our control? Was there a consistent communication throughout the process? Just like you, who's watching this, has probably worked with multiple marketing agencies and gone months without hearing from them. And you're like, what are they even doing for me? I'm sending them a couple grand every month. What are they even doing? On our end, as an agency, we've had the same thing. This client is continuing to pay us. We've reached out multiple times this month. We're sending emails, we're sending videos, we're offering to schedule calls. They don't even respond. Okay? We don't work with those clients anymore. It's just not a match. So we're usually able to find that out on the initial right fit call if that's going to be the type of client we're working with and we don't take them on as a client. It's bad for business. It's set for failure right from the start because we know they're not going to communicate. They're in level 1 crisis mode all the time. They cannot manage their business because everything is a fire to put out. They haven't reached that next step of level 2 where they're out of crisis mode and they can actually make decisions and delegate and work on the business. Okay? So that's what this looks like in a nutshell. That is the full plan. Now, hopefully you found this little video helpful. If you feel like we're a good possible match for you, I would love to invite you onto a one-on-one strategy call where we discuss a custom blueprint to grow your business. And chances are, if you've made it this far in this video, there's a very good chance that you're a right fit for us. That you're not just out for instant gratification. Oh, if they don't get this right in the first month, it's a failure. Okay, but you see the big picture. You can implement and execute a long-term strategy and goal because you're dedicated to the long-term success of your business. You're in it to win it no matter what. And so if that's you, I want to invite you on to an accelerator call with me where we can discuss a custom blueprint like this for your business. Okay? So feel free to reach out. You can reach us through the website, schedule a call, and we can take it from there. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Thank you so much. Bye.
You enhanced our search engine on Google. It's put us on the map, and it's made a big difference. We were busy, and now we're just super busy.
I'm confident. I think this is the right path for us, and it has been. It feels much more secure. I get on Google and I try to look at my business, and I'm popping up at the top of the page all the time. I mean, people are seeing me. I can see on Google Analytics, like it's clear that there's been drastic improvements. It makes me feel better. And then whenever there is a problem, I have somebody I can call and ask. I don't have to try to figure it out myself. That's been fantastic. Is just having that support. Everybody would benefit from it.
Definitely busier. We are at a point now where we are picking and choosing the jobs we want rather than taking everyone that comes to the door. So the culture has increased tremendously among the guys. They're happy. They're doing what they want to be doing.
It's really good, all of it. Our online presence, everything that we were hoping to accomplish that you believed we could accomplish, you have and we have. The responses I am getting from people that I'm talking to, I can hear the difference in their voice. Like if I can get a customer on the phone, it's rare that I can't book an appointment. This whole program has enhanced our online presence. Everything that your company does and you personally have helped us just be better. Now people are seeing it online. They're seeing the professional side and the information that is on our website and everything that has been put in place to bring our rating to the 5-star we always believed we were. Every day it gets better and every day the presence is better. So I can't say enough good things. It was a really, really good choice.
Actually, what y'all did, it was great. I would definitely recommend Excavation Marketing Pros to other contractors. We made it really easy for the customers to contact us. Our customer base has really expanded, out to areas that we would have previously not even been getting calls from or people have known from us. So it's helped out tremendously just in the way of getting all the calls in. We are seeing a very good return on investment.
The leads have been there, if I wanted to suck them up, and grow, they're there to be had.
Things are awesome now. Refreshing, easy, and exciting. I would say you guys are the best marketing service that I've dealt with. I've dealt with 3. Yeah, I'd refer you guys over anybody else. There's a lot of them.
They've done a real good job of keeping me on task and making sure, asking questions, following up on things that I might not get out to them as quick as possible, but as soon as I get it out to them, they're quick about implementing things, and that's been a great thing for us. Starting to see the results and key into what we're doing, get the clients we want.
We get to track our leads, see what's working, see what's not working. We get a lot of form fills, which I think are nice. It cuts down on the phone calls and say, hey, there's the project, call them back if you want to do it, basically. It works out great.
If you're hesitant to make the move, give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Bina, if somebody is on the fence, honestly, I don't think anybody would be disappointed because of the caliber of the company and of the personnel. People would be like us, be grateful.